Hello, I'm Sarah Anne Shockley, and this is the Pain Companion, chapter by chapter. Chapter 30, Listening to Pain. Now that you've expressed yourself to pain in a number of ways, it is time to give pain the space to speak for itself. This exercise can be revealing of how you hold pain in your body and life, what meaning it has for you, and the possible correlations it has with other aspects of your life. This is really important on the road to healing. When pain is holding attitudes, emotions, and stories for you, it can't easily leave. Once you find out what these are, you can take them back and address them directly, deciding how you will complete, revise, or release them. This exercise helps you to more fully respect and honor pain as having a positive purpose in your life. Once pain is respected and honored, it may not have to shout so loudly for attention. Listening to pain. Step 1. Invite pain in for a chat. Place your representation of pain. If you did an earlier exercise, you've chosen some way to represent pain. But if you haven't done that, choose a stone, a piece of paper with the word pain written on it, anything you've got that makes sense to you, any small object that you have around that would represent pain, and put it across from you or next to you. If you're mobile, you can get up and go sit in pain's place and speak for it, which is really powerful. So it's as if part of you is staying in your own chair and part of you is going sitting in another chair, another part of the room. So step 2 is allow pain to tell its story. Address pain respectfully and ask it to speak for itself. Just pretend, let it flow, and see what comes out. So here's some ideas. So if you're using a representation of pain, then you'll imagine something coming from that representation of pain. Just, however that works for you. It's totally imagination, of course, but our imagination is more real than we realize. We're making it up. So we're telling ourselves what we need to know. The other way to do it, as I said earlier, is to get up and go sit in the place where pain would be sitting, as if you were then turning around and looking back at yourself. You can even do that in a mirror too if you want to. But it's really powerful to get up out of your seat where you are normally and go sit in a different one as if you are pain as a being. Just try it. It's really incredible. So here's some ideas of how you can begin to initiate this. Ask pain what it's doing in your life right now. So why are you here? What are you doing here? Not in an accusatory way or a belligerent way, but just really, I don't understand. What are you doing here? What's your positive purpose? Ask pain what it wants from you, what it expects of you. What is it that you need me to do for you? What is it that you think I need to do before you can go away, before you can leave, before you can finish what you came here to do? Ask pain what it is better than. So what are the alternatives to being in this level of pain that are worse than having this pain? What might have happened if you didn't have the pain? What is the pain trying to save you from? That may seem like a strange question because the pain itself seems like the worst thing, but it probably isn't the worst thing. It's probably trying to signal you to do something before it becomes even worse. So ask it, what is it better than? What is it? What's the alternative that could be even worse that pain is trying to keep you from? Ask pain what it requires from you to heal. Ask pain what its positive purpose is beyond just signaling that something ails you physically. What is pain trying to give you? Ask pain how it wants to be respected, heard, represented, or honored. Allow yourself to answer as pain. Just imagine yourself as your pain and go with what comes through. Make notes right afterward to review and consider later. because you will forget. There'll be some really interesting things that come out of this, and you'll think you'll remember, and you may forget. You may even want to record what happens. Because even if you're not used to doing processes and exercises like this using active imagination, you do get in a somewhat altered state when you do these things, because you're working with the non-linear, rational side of your being. And that's half of who we are. We pretend we're all intellect, but we're not. We have two sides of the brain. And one side of the brain is completely about symbology and sensation and things that don't work well with words, it's hard to express. Even now I'm having trouble finding the words describing that side of the brain. So it's really powerful to allow that part of ourselves to be heard, to express, and that part of ourselves holds incredible wealth of information about who we are, about healing, about what we need being here. And when we pretend we're only one side of ourselves, I believe that's how we get into trouble. That's how we sometimes get into chronic pain, is we have not been supported in our culture to experience ourselves as whole beings, as spirits, as people needing kindness, as people needing expression, as having art and music and all of the things that we do, dance and performance and whatever it is, that was used to be a normal part of our tribal life. Everybody did that. Everybody danced. Everybody sang. Everybody healed. Everybody took care of each other. We don't do that anymore, at least not in our modern culture. So part of us is really ailing because we're missing that. So some of these exercises are partly to help us reconnect with the part of us that may be in pain because we have not allowed ourselves to express that, to live that. And it's as important to our health as anything else. You can do this process at different intervals along your healing path. You might want to take each of the questions above and do them at a different time. So a summary is basically invite pain in for a chat, set up whether pain is an object or you're going to take the place of pain. And then allow pain to tell its story. Ask it questions. What are you doing here? What are you for? Tell me. Tell me. How did it come to be that I'm in pain? How did you come to be here? What are you here for? And listen.